Today we're gonna finish a video on another series of Baking Proof what's gone wrong with the egg showing. Yeah, I just need to keep that. Okay, let's get this thing started. I'll make a part 2 of these.
Thank you, Louis. That was beautiful.
Okay, that's like taking it too far. Yeah, like
Why does he do
He's not
that?
even cuddly. He's got muscles.
it's nice to have that to hold on to. That's
You used
disturbing.
to love that face.
That's disturbing.
Can I see that face?
The camera.
Do you want to wake up to that every morning?
It seems like you guys get along really well. You guys dated for 2 years. You guys broke up. You're dating someone new. Why'd you guys split in the first place?
I see Adam more as my friend. He's more like a brother to me.
You still want to date your brother?
I don't want to date my brother. We're not the Lannisters. I care about Adam. It's just I don't love him like that.
It's easy to get it back, though. You know, once you love something, you can love it again. It's like you had pizza too many nights in a row, and you don't want pizza right now, but you're gonna want pizza again. I use that same philosophy.
I've had to hear the pizza metaphor in many forms over the years. There's nothing like sexy about that, so.
Were you okay with the whole thing? She's dating someone new. You not like the guy? He's just a dick. Guys like that just sleep around.
What do you mean guys like that? Like black guys?
Oh.
You know what, actually, guys, I'm never gonna watch the video of this one. Seems so boring as hell, so I'm gonna change just a. Maybe do something,
The oldest glue in the world is over 8,000 years old and comes from a cave near the Dead Sea. Ancient people used this glue, made from a mixture of animal bone and plant materials, to waterproof baskets and construct utensils. And for thousands of years after, plants and animals were the glue that held human civilization together. Today, we have enough types of tape and glue to build and repair almost anything. But what gives glue and tape their stickiness? And is one stronger than the other? Adhesives can be made from synthetic molecules or natural proteins and carbohydrates, like the vegetable starch dextrin, the milk protein casein, and the terpenes in tree resin. In order to work, glue and tape need both adhesive bonds and cohesive bonds. Adhesive bonds occur between an adhesive's molecules and the molecule of whatever it's sticking to. Cohesive bonds happen between a glue or tape's own molecules, holding it together. Most glues consist of adhesive polymers dissolved in a solvent that prevents them from sticking to the inside of the bottle. The strong smell of many glues comes from the solvent, which evaporates when exposed to air. Some glues use water as a solvent, but others use chemicals that can be harmful to inhale. Glues with two or more components that chemically react instead of just drying can create stronger bonds. Both the adhesive and cohesive bonds of glue are strong, but the drying process makes them irreversible. This is why, if a glued surface is broken after it dries, it can't be reattached without new glue. By contrast, when tape is applied to a surface, it forms weaker, reversible bonds, so you can peel a piece of tape off a surface and use it again. These weak bonds, called van der Waals forces, can occur between any two materials, but only if they're extremely close together, closer than the naked eye can see. Tape usually consists of a backing coated with a combination of a rubber or rubber-like stretchy component and a compound called a tackifier. That's the sticky component. A tape's stickiness is determined by the proportion of elastic component and tackifier, the thickness of adhesive spread onto the backing, and the type of backing material. No chemical reaction occurs when tape is pressed onto a surface. Instead, the soft adhesive flows into the cracks and grooves of the surface. This ability to slide into cracks and then stay in place is called viscoelasticity. Once the viscoelastic adhesive fills these microscopic crevices, it is close enough to form van der Waals forces. So, What's the world's strongest adhesive? Well, there's no one answer. In terms of absolute strength of adhesive bonds, glue is stronger than tape. But no single adhesive works well in all circumstances. Of the glues, cyanoacrylates, or superglues, may form the strongest bonds. But two-component epoxy glues have much higher resistance to heat and shearing, and are compatible with a wider range of surfaces. So, if you wanted to dangle an anvil in the air, superglue might be your best bet. But if you're doing so over an active volcano, you'd want an epoxy instead. And in order to work at all, glues need enough real estate where surfaces touch. If for some reason you wanted to make a chain of bowling balls, duct tape would be better. Engineers weigh similar, if less absurd, factors all the time. Choosing the right glue to withstand the heat inside an engine is a matter of life and death. And though the strength of duct tape's adhesive bonds can't compete with those of epoxy glues, tape does have the advantage of instantaneous stickiness in an emergency. Glue may be necessary to get a rocket to space, but when it comes to extraterrestrial repairs, stick to duct tape. Liquid glues don't work in zero gravity. If you enjoyed this lesson, stick with us by contributing to
Disney's Christopher Robin, rated PG, August 3rd. Bring a game of hoops to the table with the basketball mug. A 16-ounce cup with an integrated basketball hoop. Lob marshmallows into your hot cocoa. Launch crackers into soup. Or lay up some toppings at the buzzer before your ice cream melts. Grab a second mug and challenge a friend to run full court.
But how do I work on my mug skills?
I'm glad you asked. Hi, I'm professional basketball player Dan Jellybean Johnson. When I'm not busy swooshing threes, I'm working on my mug shots. And no, not the kind from my alleged incident in Houston. Who wrote that? No, I'm not doing a second take. Here are some of my favorite plays. The dunk, O'Roney. The he's on fire. And of course, Raisin, the roof. Keep working hard, practice, and make a few questionable life choices. Come on, guys. And you too can end up like me, Dan Jellybean Johnson. Swoosh.
Every ceramic basketball mug is handcrafted and dishwasher safe. Hoop it up with the basketball mug. Buy it and shop for hundreds more gifts at VAT19.
Hi, I'm Dan Jellybean Johnson. You might remember me from earlier in this video. As a retired athlete,
Aquabot is the outdoor hydration bottle you didn't know you needed. It's a hand-primed pump and nozzle that sits atop the included plastic bottle. It's useful for the athlete as it is for the outdoorsman. With a portable pressurized jet, you can get more done with less water. What happens? Warriors try to survive in the jungle with nothing and a single tool of their choice? Find out in tonight's Bear and Scared.
I brought an Aquabot. This thing is great. I can stay clean. And what'd you bring?
Berries and raw nuts are natural laxatives, so...
Yeah, I've got that covered.
Prime the integrated pump to build pressure and release a stream of water with the push of a button. Adjust the nozzle to release a powerful jet that shoots up to 25 feet. Soak yourself with a shower or mist yourself to stay cool. The water bottle sprayer comes with a 32-ounce popular wide-mouth plastic canteens. Buy the Aquabot water bottle sprayer and shop for hundreds more gifts at VAT19.com.
VAT19.com. You know, I almost brought some straws out here, and my second choice was a tie knot. And if I had any cell reception, I would die, so you know I could stay entertained. Oh, it's warm.